8:40 a.m. Day 1. Trey has gone partially blind. We have forgotten critical supplies. We must turn back. Morale is high. (11:13 a.m. Day 1. We have entered Bakersfield. Unfortunately, this was intentional. A pack of wild dogs were spotted. Maybe coyotes. Only God knows. Morale remains high. 11:54 a.m. Day 1. We replenished our supplies at Costco. We now have more drinks than we can count. Only God can count that high. He says there are 7 drinks. Morale is at an all-time high. 12:36 p.m. Day 1. There is a train. It does not move. 1:14 p.m. Day 1. We have entered the desert proper. Our chocolates have melted. This has dealt a significant blow to our morale. Despite this blow, morale is still high. 2:13 p.m. Day 1. We have received word from the rest of our traveling party. The news is grim. We will be making the final leg of our journey alone. Morale remains high despite this fateful turn of events. Unfortunately, it is slightly lower. 3:24 p.m. Day 1. We have entered the Valley of Death. With a change in the musical accompaniment, morale has been renewed. We can only imagine what our compatriots faced to drive them forward without the supplies that we carry for them. 4:17 p.m. Day 1. Disaster! Our vehicle is falling apart. The vibrations were too much. Despite this setback, we keep pushing forward, and morale remains where it always is, high. 4:33 p.m. Day 1. Dirt roads beget more dirt roads. This might be the situation that brings ruin upon our morale. The incessant bouncing deflates the heart. The fact that we hold the beer, the food, and the spirit of the pioneers keeps our morale through the roof. 5:17 p.m. Day 1. We have arrived. Our destination is quiet. Our companions are nowhere to be found. Their campsite is abandoned, supplies untouched. We can only wonder what their fate may be. Some lovely beers on the ride allowed our morale to maintain its high standing. 8:01 p.m. Day 1. This will be the last entry for this day. Sand is everywhere. It is inescapable. Yet the beer is cold and the food is hot and delicious. Everyone is together at last around the fire, despite the bats. 9:13 a.m. Day 2. We broke camp and are on the road again. Morale is high after a night full of drunken merriment, but ahead is the rocky road, which is not very sweet. 12:23 p.m. Day 2. Again, we make our journey alone. This time, it is of our own volition. We added Carl to the group. Morale is high. 12:34 p.m. Day 2. The road is extremely straight. Morale is extremely good. 1:31 p.m. Day 2. The valley is magnificent. The landscape seems almost alien. It stretches beyond sight. It goes and it goes and it goes. The heat does nothing to counter the high morale that descending into valleys and climbing up mountains gives us. 6 p.m. Day 2. We found an oasis, yet we abandoned it and its refreshing liquor for a camp in the desert. Despite the sand, heat, and rocks, morale remains high, especially since we have finally traveled the rest of our expedition. 9:24 a.m. Day 3. We are breaking camp yet again. A group has broken off to venture into the unknown. We made some friends. They are crows. Riding in a new vehicle was quite an experience. The bumps and rumbles of the road were a thing of the past. Speed is now the name of the game. Morale is most definitely high. 12:34 p.m., day 3. We have made camp. Malaise has set in. The wind keeps us from a relaxing rest. We will drink instead. Morale is high. 12:48 p.m., day 3. There is a villain among our ranks. Beers are being stabbed left and right. Will this massacre ever end? Despite the treachery, morale remains high. 3:58 p.m., day 3. The report of gunfire bursts through the air, but it is joyous. We are playing traditional games with new implements. The influx of outsiders is worrisome, but our morale is, as always, high. (8:02 a.m., day 4. Camp has broken for the final time. As our companions scatter to the winds, we can only think of the memories gained and those lost to the goats. The dreaded goats. Our journey is not over. A long road awaits us for our lonesome return. Morale is high.